Life 2 million years ago, the first fire. The world 2 million years ago was not the world you and I know today. It was a world untouched by cities, by walls, or by the sound of human voices echoing through stone. The earth then was a wild, dangerous place, a vast, endless landscape of grasslands and forests, stretching further than any human eye could imagine. And in this vastness lived small bands of early humans, fragile creatures compared to the beasts around them. They had no weapons of steel, no houses of brick, no certainty of safety when night fell. They were wanderers, surviving from day to day, always at the mercy of nature. When the sun set, their fear began. Night was the most dangerous time. The air grew cold, sharper than their thin skins could protect against. In the blackness of the savannah, glowing eyes moved, the watchful gaze of lions, leopards, and hyenas. The early humans, our distant ancestors, huddled close together. They pressed their backs against stone walls or climbed into trees, hoping the height would keep them safe. But safety was an illusion. At any moment, a predator might strike. Every night was a test of survival. Imagine it, the sound of twigs breaking beneath heavy paws, the low growl of a beast circling in the shadows, the sudden scream of one of their own being taken into the night. This was life before fire, a life of fear, a life where humans were not masters of their world, but prey. Then, one night, the sky opened. A storm rolled across the plains. Lightning tore through the clouds, brightening the world for a heartbeat. Thunder followed, a sound so deep and violent it shook the very bones of those who cowered below. And then, it happened. A single bolt struck a dry tree, and in an instant, it burst into flame. The night was alive with light. At first, the humans recoiled. They had never seen such a thing. Fire was terrifying. It roared, it cracked, it devoured the wood, and it sent sparks spiraling into the sky. But curiosity is what separated them from the beasts around them. One among them, perhaps a man, perhaps a woman, perhaps a child, stepped forward. Their heart pounded, torn between fear and fascination. Inch by inch, they drew closer to the flames. The heat kissed their skin. The light burned into their eyes. And then, with trembling hands, they reached down and grasped a fallen branch. Already alight at its tip, it did not consume them. It did not strike them down. It could be held. History had shifted. That night, for the first time, a group of humans sat together around fire. The flames crackled, painting their faces with dancing shadows. Their eyes glistened with awe as they stretched their hands toward the warmth. For the first time, the cold was pushed back. For the first time, the darkness was pierced, and around them, the predators did not come close. Lions circled at a distance, but dared not cross the barrier of flame. Hyenas whined in frustration, their glowing eyes fading into the black. The humans were safe in a way they had never known. And as the flames flickered, something remarkable happened. They began to speak more, to gesture, to tell stories in the glow of the fire. Communication grew, bonds deepened, ideas sparked like embers. That first fire was not just warmth, it was not just protection, it was the dawn of something far greater. It was the beginning of culture. The beginning of community, the beginning of us. From that moment, humans never forgot the power they had discovered. Fire became their companion on long journeys, carried from place to place, nurtured like a living thing. It cooked their food, making it safer to eat, unlocking more strength for their growing brains. It hardened their tools, sharpened their weapons, and gave them the courage to wander into new lands. But more than anything, fire gave them time. With fire, night was no longer an enemy. People sat around the flames, watching the sparks rise into the sky, and they began to dream. Dream of what could be. Dream of what they might become. And 2 million years later, here we are, still sitting by fires, though now they may glow in the form of lamps, cities, and screens. That first fire, born from lightning and fear, shaped the destiny of humankind. So the next time you see a flame, whether it's a candle, a campfire, or the glow of a light bulb, remember this: it began 2 million years ago, on a stormy night, when our ancestors gathered around the first fire. A moment when fear turned to wonder, when darkness turned to light, and when humanity's true story began.